The Superman 1976 Congress. Friends, from this podium, I address you all with the purpose of conveying my thoughts and words of love. It is a great honor for us Mexicans to welcome brothers from all parts of the Americas. Certainly, we Mexicans have a rich anthropology, which we share with all peoples, nations, and languages. Our Mexican homeland contains precious treasures of wisdom, ready for scholars to drink from the summum of knowledge. In this great feast, we must all rejoice, we must all congratulate each other with infinite joy. The time has come to understand that the hidden wisdom pulses in every country on the globe. The time has come to realize that under the pyramids of Egypt flourished the wisdom of the hierophants. The moment has come to know that in the pyramids of Teotihuacan, the word of the ancient masters of Anahuac still resonates. In the name of truth, I must say that cosmic wisdom flows and pulses in everything that is, everything that has been, and everything that will be. Throughout time, various hierophants of knowledge have shone in the deep night of all ages. Whether it was Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great god Ibis of Thoth, engraving his wisdom on the emerald tablet, or the great sages of ancient Greece, teaching the masses from the mysteries of Eleusis, or the hierophants of Assyria and Persia, or the Inca priests, who shone like resplendent suns in high Cuzco, Peru, or the sovereign wisdom of the great priests of Anahuac, the masterful art of our Toltec artists from distant Thule. Thus, here, there, and everywhere, the wisdom of all ages shines, the hidden wisdom. There is a great difference between merely profane anthropology and Gnostic anthropology. Merely profane anthropology, through intellectual associations, draws logical conclusions that may not truly align with the esoteric principles of Anahuac, or the Toltecs, or Egypt, etc. However, Gnostic wisdom, Gnostic anthropology, based on precise rules and eternal traditional principles, knows how to extract all esoteric wisdom from ancient stones. Therefore, we must distinguish between Gnostic anthropology and merely intellectual anthropology. This is a time of confusion. Humanity finds itself in a chaotic state. There is a global crisis and a bankruptcy of all moral principles. People have turned to war, one against another and all against all. In this moment of global confusion and the bankruptcy of all hermetic aphorisms and principles, we have no choice but to delve into the wisdom of the past, to extract from the codices the precise guidance to navigate the present moment, to drink from the traditional fountain of the august wisdom of nature, to seek the primary channels of cosmic wisdom. The time has come for us to once again study the classical books but with a sharp eye, knowing how to extract from the letter that kills, the spirit that gives life. Man, in himself, is a mystery. The ancients said, "Nosce te ipsum, man, know thyself, and you will know the universe and the gods." The time has come to thoroughly investigate ourselves and to meet our own destiny, to delve into the depths of oneself. Through various anthropological and psychological studies, we logically conclude that the intellectual animal mistakenly called man is, in truth, not man. We must make a clear distinction between the intellectual mammal and man. Unquestionably, if we place a man and an intellectual animal face to face, we will see that they physically resemble each other, but if we observe them psychologically, we will notice how different they are. The time has come for man to be born within ourselves, here and now. There are traditional sources of knowledge that accurately indicate the path leading to the advent of man. Above all, there must be true love for wisdom. Above all, there must be a willingness for man. Esoteric Gnostic anthropology says that the sun is currently conducting a great experiment in nature's test tube. The sun wants to create men. Old traditions lost in the deep night of all ages recount that, during Abraham's time, there was a good number of human creations. In the times of Christianity, during the first 8 centuries, there was also a good number of human creations. In the Middle Ages, some creations were made. At this moment, the sun, according to old traditions, is making a final effort to create man. The sun has deposited in the sexual glands of every living being the germs for man. Now, it is up to us to cooperate with the Son so that man can be born within ourselves. Here and now, the creation of man is an extremely difficult problem. It is necessary to cooperate with the Son so that man can be born. If we do not cooperate with the Son, man will not be able to be born within us. It is urgent, therefore, to cooperate with the Son so that man can be born within us. The seed for man is within us. Let us cooperate with the Son, and that seed will germinate. Not all the millions of beings populating the Earth's surface are men, but the germs for man are located within the sexual endocrine glands of the intellectual animals mistakenly called men. Just as the butterfly forms within its cocoon, so too can man germinate within the intellectual animal. It is not through evolution that man can be born within us. It is through the revolution of consciousness. Those who preach the dogma of evolution as the foundation of the intimate self-realization of the being are perfectly mistaken. Only through the revolution of consciousness can man be born within each of us. Friedrich Nietzsche speaks of the Superman. Friedrich Nietzsche forgot that before the Superman can shine upon the face of the earth, man must first be born. The ancient Nahuas said, "The gods created men of wood, and after creating them, they fused them with divinity." Then the Codex adds, "Not all men manage to fuse with divinity." Obviously, man must first be born through the creation of the superior existential bodies of the being. Later, he must integrate with divinity, and when man integrates with divinity, the Superman is born. The Superman shines through the night of the centuries, gleaming on the majestic summits of Calvary, astonishing the people of Mount Nebo. The pyramids tremble when they hear his word. It resonates wonderfully in the teachings of Pythagoras. It vibrates extraordinarily over the pyramids of Egypt and Yucatan. Like a sun, it illuminates the high Cuzco of Peru. The Superman shines for a moment and then disappears from the crowds. The Superman is beyond good and evil. He knows the good in the bad and the bad in the good. The Superman is crucified by 3 traitors, Judas, Pilate, and Caiaphas. The Superman is hated by 3 kinds of people: the scribes, the priests, and the elders of the temple. The scribes, that is, the intellectuals, abhor him because he does not fit within their dogmas, within their theories. The priests excommunicate him because he does not belong to their sects. And finally, the elders abhor him because he strays from their old reactionary and conservative customs. The Superman is terribly divine. He wields the sword of justice and battles against the powers of good and evil. The Superman is a Pythagoras. The Superman is a Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great god Ibis of Thoth. The Superman is a Quetzalcoatl, who makes the Nahuas tremble. The Superman is a Jesus of Nazareth. The Superman is a Manco Capac, who in the land of the Incas originates the great storm of all ideals, and also the force that carries his message through the countries of the South. The Superman obviously has power over the elements, over the fire that flames, over the air that roars like wolves, and also over the waters and the fragrant earth. The Superman, above all dogmas and all exclusivities, unsheathes the sword and battles against himself, against everything and everyone. The time has come for us to prepare for the advent of the Superman. Man, in truth, must be born before the Superman can shine in the starry heavens of Urania. All of us gathered here are truly not content with the outdated customs of this era, with the dogmas of so many political and religious sects, with states of anxiety, with ignorance, with pain, with hunger, with misery, with disgusting materialism, with those old buildings, with those horrible streets, with that smoke that destroys creatures. We are in no way content with so much abomination, with so much degeneration, with so much decrepitude. We want a golden age where sincerity shines again, a golden age where innocence reigns sovereign, a golden age where the perfume of friendship and the fragrance of courtesy embalm the glorious environment of this nature, always bright, always pure. Friends, if we are gathered here, it is because we are discontent with all the filth of this era. If we are here, it is because we want a better world. If we are here, it is because we want the advent of the Superman. It is because we want a better world amidst lightning, tempests, and great cataclysms. No more reactionary and outdated theories. We want the revolution of consciousness. We want a world of intelligent rebels. We truly want to ignite the torch of the geniuses of the pyramids of Teotihuacan and Egypt, and the wisdom of Greece and Rome upon the face of the earth. The Toltec and Anahuac gods are watching us. The Mayan gods have not died. Quetzalcoatl will not yield to the corruption of this wicked era. Friends, this great banquet of friendship is truly a banquet of light, a banquet where the word of the Hierophants blossoms, a banquet illuminated by the cosmic Christ, a banquet where, in the women, the eyes of the ancient Sibyls, the eyes of the priestesses of Thebes and Memphis, the eyes of those divine maidens of the pyramids of the sun and moon, can be seen once again. We protest against this black and wicked age, and we prepare ourselves by working on ourselves, so that we may be part of a new exodus. The day will come when all of you will have to emerge from the fire and flames, from the fire and smoke, amidst earthquakes and tsunamis, towards a sacred island in the Pacific Ocean. He who is within my insignificant person, which is worth nothing, will lead the legions of light, the steel squadrons of the World Salvation Army. The international Gnostic movement advances victoriously across the face of the earth, and with its steps, it shakes this rotten world. Nothing and no one will be able to stop us in this luminous and triumphant march. Friends, now, it is necessary for all of us, integrated, all united, forming powerful battle squadrons, to advance from Canada to the lands of Europe. We are going to disconcert the tyrants and unmask the traitors who keep this world in darkness. Before the solemn verdict of public conscience, we are going to create a better world. We are going to fight for the light to shine upon the face of the earth. Long live the Christ! Long live the Christ! Long live the Christ!